is Shannon. Thank you for being here for this Yin class that is targeting our kidney and urinary meridians. These meridians and organs represent the element of water, which is the element of winter. So we will be stimulating our backs, our inner thighs, the backs of our legs, all of these things to help open up these meridians and let our chi flow. So with all of these poses, you shouldn't feel any pain. You should let gravity sort of let you sink into the poses, so you're not forcing anything. Yin is about doing less rather than more. And when you're in the poses, if your mind starts to wander, as it will, always try to acknowledge and be aware of that, and just lovingly bring your mind back to your breath or the sensations of the pose. And since Yin is a very meditative yoga practice, once I give options for the poses, I will stay relatively quiet while we are in the poses. All right, so we are going to begin in a Sphinx pose. So we're going to come down on our stomachs, and your elbows can be under your shoulders, or if this gives you any pain in your back, you can bring your elbows up a little bit so they're in front of your shoulders. Your head can be in neutral, or you can relax your head down and just really sink into this pose where you feel like your stomach is sort of relaxing down into the mat. And if you have any pain in your back, continue to move your elbows a little bit forward, or you can lay all the way on your stomach. Very slowly, we're going to walk our hands back as we bring our bottom back and lower down into a child's pose. So relaxing your head, sending your breath to your low back, noticing how you feel. Slowly come up, and we're going to go into a half saddle pose. So we'll start with our left leg out. Our right knee is bent, so our foot is facing towards our right hip. And we're going to slowly walk our way back. Now you can stay on your forearms if this feels like a good extension for you, or you can place a pillow behind your back, or you can come all the way back. And if your knee comes up and it's uncomfortable, you can place a pillow or a block under your knee, or you can let gravity pull your knee down. Your hands can be down by your side, Or you can maybe have a bend in your arms and raise them overhead. And completely relax down. If you have any pain here, you might need a little more support. Now we're going to very slowly bring our elbows down and coming up on our elbows as we gently make our way up. Bringing both of our feet in front of us and pausing here. Noticing how your back and your hip feels. Maybe you want to do a few little windshield wipers. And then we will go to the other side. So the right leg will be straight, left leg is bent. And notice you may feel different. Each side is different. No one is symmetrical. So you may need that pillow behind your back, or you may not be able to go down as far, or you may need some support under your knee. And really try to notice if there's anywhere that you are holding your muscles tight, and see if you can relax and soften. Let's very slowly make our way up and gently bring that leg around in front of you, pausing again, maybe tucking your chin, and then once again, maybe doing a few little windshield wipers. Now we're going to go back into that Sphinx pose. So you can turn around right where you are, so you're facing the other direction. Getting a lot of this compression in our low back, which is stimulating that kidney meridian. So again, your elbows can be right under your shoulders, or you can move them forwards a little bit. And your head can be in neutral, or you can let your head hang down. Relaxing your bottom. Slowly push our way back into a child's pose, taking your time. Slowly push up, coming onto our bottom. We're going to go into a butterfly pose. So the first few poses, we had our lumbar spine going into extension. Now we'll be coming into flexion. So with this pose, if you'd like, you could use blocks to place your forearms on. We're going to be coming forward. You could also use a pillow for a block for your forehead, if that's comfortable. And you could also sit on a blanket or a pillow if you'd like to get your bottom a little bit higher. And your feet can be in or out. I like to keep my feet about a forearm length distance from my groin. So this is not a butterfly where you're pulling your heels all the way in. And we'll very slowly walk our way back up, maybe helping your knees up, placing our hands behind us and pausing. Maybe you want to arch your back slightly, doing a little counter stretch. And then we're going to go into a half butterfly. So we're going to have our left leg out, right leg bent. And again, I'm going to use my blocks for my hands. You could also put the pillow on your lap, maybe a block on the pillow for your forehead. We're going to be turning towards our leg and gently folding down. Now we'll slowly walk our hands back up, pausing here in the center for a moment. And then we'll switch sides, bringing our blocks to the other side if you're using your blocks. And then slowly come down. into a full straddle pose. So with this pose, you can have your legs as far as makes sense for you. You could also have a folded blanket or pillows or even blocks under your thighs. We're going to be folding forward. You could have a block for your forehead. You could also have your arms on a block. You can even have your forehead on the ground. I'm going to try my forehead on a block. You can place the block at whatever level you would like. And really relax your legs and your toes. Slowly walk our hands back. We're going to help our feet in, placing them flat with our hands behind us again, and do a little bit of a windshield wiper. Now we're going to do one more pose before Savasana, a reclining twist. So let's make our way onto our backs. Move your blocks out of the way. You can do whatever version of a reclined twist you like. I'm going to do one where I cross my right leg over my left and let my legs fall to the left. And you can have pillows under your knees. Your hands can be down, or they can be bent overhead, elbows bent overhead. arms are up, slowly bring them down. Unwinding your legs. Pausing for a moment with your knees facing up. And then we will switch sides, maybe crossing your left leg over your right. As you let your legs fall, arms can be down or up. Pausing for a breath. And then one knee at a time. Let's grab our knees with our hands. Do a few circles. And circles the other way. And then we will make our way down into final resting pose, Savasana. Bringing your legs wide on your mat, palms facing up, toes can fall out. Completely relax your body and your mind. Time. Let's roll on our side. You can pause and then slowly make your way back up to seated. Let's place our hands on our knees, lowering your gaze or shutting your eyes, and bringing your awareness to your body and your mind, noticing how you feel. Let's bring our hands to heart center, bowing our heads, giving ourselves gratitude for taking this time to come home to ourselves. The light in me honors the light in all of you, and together here now and always, we are one. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope to see you again soon.